Here's a collection of actual crimes committed by really dumb criminals. Just sit back and enjoy the insanity as we present. Stupid crime stories you just won't believe. In 2013, a Colorado woman named Brianna was enjoying a night with friends. At some point her wallet, which contained around $500 in cash, was either lost or stolen. She was later informed that thieves were using her identity to write hundreds of dollars in bad checks. These types of crimes are quite stressful to victims. Having someone gain access to your personal information is never a good feeling. So you can imagine how violated this young woman must have felt. To make matters worse, Brianna also worked as a waitress. This meant she had to keep a smile on her face while dealing with customers. But just 2 weeks after losing her wallet, something unusual happened. She was working her shift at Applebee's when a young woman accompanied by 3 men walked in. They started ordering drinks, which meant they also had to show an ID. Well, the woman in the group produced a driver's license. But it turned out to be Brianna's stolen license. Seriously, like what are the odds that someone will show you an ID and it just happens to be the one that was stolen from you? Brianna said she calmly handed back the ID. She then told the woman, "I'll be right back with your margarita." Instead, she informed her manager and then called police. She told reporters that she tried to act normal while waiting for police. She added, "I put on my server smile and tried to take care of them, but I was shaking like crazy." When police arrived, they arrested the female customer. In a later search of the suspect's car, police also found drugs and drug paraphernalia. In addition, they recovered Brianna's student ID. However, they did not find her wallet. Police later discovered that the woman using the stolen ID was 26 years old. In other words, there should have been no need for her to use a fake ID. A Lakewood police spokesman said, "It makes us suspicious why she would use the stolen ID and not her own when she's old enough to buy a drink in a bar. I also commend Brianna for being so calm and composed about the whole thing when she saw her own license. Most people would have had some sort of reaction when they saw their own driver's license being handed to them." He also said that it was one of the most bizarre cases he has come across in more than 30 years of service. But remember, that was back in 2013. If you watch episode 14 of our series, you'll see that we found a similar story from 2022. The female suspect faced identity theft, criminal impersonation, and drug possession charges. In 2023, a group of friends in Georgia went out to eat at a restaurant called the Juicy Crab. After finishing their meal and running up a $100 tab, they walk out of the restaurant. That is, they left without paying. As they got in their car to drive off, an alert restaurant employee snapped a picture of the license plate and shared it with police. When officers went back inside the restaurant, they noticed that one of the suspects had left his phone in the booth where they were dining. The phone's screen was locked and only displayed a photo. When officers looked at the image, they suspected that it was a selfie of the person who owned the phone. Police then issued an alert on the license plate. Within hours, the tag was located by flock cameras that were mounted throughout the area. These are the cameras used to read the tags of moving cars. The license plate reader got a hit on the suspect's vehicle and police were able to make an arrest. The person arrested was also the owner of the cell phone that was left behind. Thus, it was easy for police to make a positive identification. But that wasn't the only thing officers discovered. The person in custody was also wanted in connection with a murder just a few months earlier. In addition, he was previously arrested in 2022 for walking just outside of a high school with a shotgun. On that occasion, when the officers searched him, they found 2 more handguns. Clearly, this guy needed to be off the streets. The 19-year-old male is currently being held in the county jail on charges of murder, theft by receiving stolen property, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. No word on whether any of his friends were caught. It never ceases to amaze us just how many people will film themselves doing something really stupid. It's bad enough when you film yourself, but getting a child involved takes it to a whole new level. This was the case in 2019 when a Florida mom took her young daughter to the doctor's office. For reasons that defy logic, the mother filmed her daughter licking a tongue depressor. The girl then puts it back in the jar of unused depressors. Just above the jar was a sign that read, "Please do not touch medical supplies." Obviously, no one needs a sign to tell them that this was wrong. And filming the sign really shows the defiant attitude of the mom. She allegedly posted the video with a caption that read, "Don't tell me how to live my life." It was also reported that there was another video posted of her other children. Apparently, this second video gave a clearer explanation on what the motive may have been. The caption for this video read, "When you were running late as blank, this is how I'm gonna let my kids act." The woman told reporters that she recorded the video to share with her friends on Snapchat. She suspects that one of them must have shared it to other social media. It was never her intention for it to be seen by others. Well, we would think that any decent friend would have exposed this unlawful act. She also said that she had been waiting a long time and was just being silly with her kids. She claimed she didn't know her daughter was going to lick it and put it back. Okay, but you're filming it while your daughter is putting it back in the jar. She also implied that the items her kids were handling were all either cleaned or discarded. However, the video doesn't support that claim. After receiving massive backlash on Facebook, she wound up deleting her profile. Once the video went viral, it was brought to the attention of the clinic. The medical center confirmed that the girl had been a patient. They contacted law enforcement and removed all materials and containers from the room where the girl was being treated. They also re-sanitized the entire facility. The mother said that being exposed has ruined her life right now. But just imagine if the video was never circulated. Depending on what her daughter was being treated for, another child could have been infected. The results could have even been fatal. The mother was arrested and facing a felony charge of tampering with a consumer product without regard for possible death or bodily injury. Her daughter, being a minor, was not charged. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Our weekly videos will feature such topics as stupid crime stories, classic TV, and the real stories behind popular songs from the past and present. There will be even more categories as we continue to grow.